Live from Cullman, Alabama, Premier Bank presents Wake Up Cullman.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Jacob Murphy.
I'm Natalie Bonner.
And again, everyone welcomes you to this edition of Wake Up Cullman. So, with everything that's been going on in town, we are kind of excited to say that for once we can start off on the happiest note that we've probably started off on in a while.
Yes, I mean, who doesn't love food?
Yes. Food is the epitome of my life right now, if you cannot tell. All right, so we have got Farm Y'all coming up, and we're very excited to see how this event plays out. We are hoping that the weather, as you can tell, looks terrible outside, clears up for this point. But in the off chance that you're trying to figure out, what the spirit of Farm Y'all is about, they have the Farm to Fork.
Yes, Farm Y'all is a local celebration of farmers and agriculture. Cullman County is #1 in agriculture, so that's a wonderful thing. And we are doing a celebration of these farmers and their produce and everything for Farm Y'all. We're also going to have, now Farm Y'all is going to be August 29th.
Correct.
And it'll be from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. We'll have tons of different vendors, people out there, celebrity chefs doing demonstrations, lots of food for you to sample, lots of local fresh produce. We'll also have a growth contest with watermelons and pumpkins, and at the very end of the whole thing, they'll take the largest pumpkin and pull it up by a crane and actually drop it.
And
yes,
it'll
and
explode everywhere, and it'll be fantastic. And,
it's going to be a lot of fun. And then a lot of the kids will run out and pick up the seeds, and that's like their little takeaway present for the day. So that'll be happening August 29th. Now we also have a Farm to Fork dinner coming up. That's going to be August 22nd, this Saturday, and it's happening at Camp Meadowbrook, and it's from 6 to 8 p.m. Again, wonderful chefs preparing a local homegrown meal. So if you would like tickets to that, there's still just a limited amount available. Call the Chamber of Commerce at 256-734-0454, and you can get those tickets.
Absolutely. Now, again, those tickets are $50 a person, but that is just to cover cost of items and paying farmers and such. But again, it's going to be a wonderful turnout. The two chefs that are there are from Birmingham, so they're the closest local professional chefs that we had available. But apparently, they have done this before. It's a very fantastic event. I've never personally been, so I apologize to anyone that I might be misleading.
I went last year, and it was absolutely delicious. I mean, just an incredible meal. Really great quality and at a pretty affordable price. So.
Yeah. So definitely want to get to this event. Bring friends, take family, support the local economy, especially your local farmers, because again, agriculture is very big, here. So we need to show as much support as we can. Alrighty. Well, every day we at the station here love you guys, so we like to try to give back to you in the best way that we can, and we do that from the support of our sponsors. So if you will check out our Facebook page and see who our sponsor of the day is, you could win some awesome prizes. So let's check out what those are today. Alrighty, well, you could win one large 5-topping pizza from Cullman Pizza Hut. And this is actually a fantastic deal because the Cullman Pizza Hut is great. And again, a choose your treat from Chick-fil-A, which is either the cone or the cookie or maybe a meal. Not going to spoil it for you. Might be a little surprise there. Alrighty, so again, check our Facebook page, find that sponsor of the day, and call us at 256-734-7399. That's 256-734-7399. You do not want to miss an opportunity to win those awesome prizes.
And now it's time for our Facebook Friend of the Day. And our Facebook Friend of the Day is Tara Twilley, and she likes Frozen and The Last Song. We would like to give Tara a free large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue out in Berlin.
Oh, man. Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue is something we probably have to eat before the end of the week.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to stop by. So if you've never had his barbecue, it is, again, located inside the Berlin Quick Stop. It's a fantastic barbecue place. Absolutely wonderful barbecue sandwich. And if you got a few minutes, talk to Mad Dog Mike. He's a great guy. He's got a lot of cool stories to tell. Alrighty, so we've got a very interesting guest on the show today, and it's something we're doing a little differently. This is an interview that I had the chance to have with a gentleman, Mr. George Benson. And Mr. Benson is a member, and I don't know if this would be his official title, but I would consider him a master artist of this. He's in the Alabama Porcelain Painters Guild, and this is wonderful, wonderful artwork, very intricate details. So definitely stick around. You're going to see the interview I had with him. So if you'll come back with us in just a moment, we'll be right back.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us again. I am joined by Miss Kitty Ludolph and Mr. George Benson. Now, Mr. Benson, I'm aware, and I'm hoping our viewers at home, since you're as famous as we like to, to present you as, you are one of the featured artists coming up at the event. So, if you don't mind me asking, do you mind walking us through the process of how you make this artwork?
Okay, all of the china you're seeing started with a blank white piece of china. You need to try to decide how your subject, whether it be fruit or flowers or a scene, will fit onto that piece of china. And you might approach this in many different ways. You might have been influenced by an antique piece of china that you've seen, that you would like to create something as near to that as possible. Or you might have some totally different beginning where you're given what we call a study, which is a line drawing of a design that you would transfer to the blank china. Then we put on, in stages, the china paint. The first stage is what we call a base coat, and it's usually lighter colors, usually smooth, but wiping out highlights. And then that's fired in a kiln at a very high temperature, up to like 1,400 degrees.
Wow.
And then you're ready to do your second firing, which is adding detail, more color, making sure that things are right. You can add to, or it's hard to take away after it's fired on. It can be done, but it's not, you don't want to do it because it's complicated. You build up your paints so that you get a finished product. And this may take 4 to 5 firings. Usually you can complete one in 2 to 3 firings. It's totally evolving at all times. China painters today are doing things in a more modern method than they did back in the 1800s. The backgrounds are different. Subject matter even might be different.
Subject matter that you prefer to paint. And you told me that in previous conversation that was flowers. You prefer to paint flowers?
I don't like to limit myself to flowers.
Yes, sir.
But that's what I was first interested in painting.
Yes, sir.
I enjoy painting many different things.
Love to see more artwork. I absolutely think these are some of the coolest pieces I've ever seen.
You need to come to one of our meetings. We meet.
Do you know when the next meeting will be?
The next one will be our September meeting.
All right. And that's
The second Saturday
second Saturday in September.
at the senior centers here in Cullman.
Yeah.
That says something about
You'll be
Sportsman
welcome to come.
Park. I'm not
Yes,
sure what the
Sportsman's
legal
Lake Park, yes.
name of it
The
is.
Commission on Aging over there.
Yes, absolutely, yes. They've been very generous with us. We have a wonderful meeting space.
Okay, well, I will definitely be sure to make it, and I encourage everyone at home, if they've never attended one of these meetings, just to come and see
Absolutely.
what's going on, because it's a fascinating process. It's beautiful pieces, and if they learn something, that's an added bonus.
Absolutely. I can give you information about what's here, about special teachers. There's several of our teachers that have signed up to be beginning teachers.
Right.
So I can put you in, if you want to learn, I can put you in contact with a teacher, or any of our upcoming events.
Thank you again for coming on the show with us today. I really appreciate it. And again, for the viewers at home, these are two wonderful people. If you need to come and meet them sometime, definitely at that next event. And thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back.
That's how fast the health information technology profession is projected to grow this decade. That's how much a health information technician can make in the first year. Who will you be? Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
Have you been online to see our brand new website? Go to mycolemantv.com. There you can find links to see a live stream, notes from today's shows. You can meet our sponsors and even meet us here at the station. But don't forget about that Meet the Sponsors link. There you can see advertisements from the sponsors that help keep us on the air. You can also click on the links to go to these sponsors' web pages. My Cullman Television. Let's discover Cullman together.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Back. So again, every day as we talk, we love to give out awesome gifts to people in the form of prizes that our sponsors have allowed us to do. But sometimes it's a little difficult for people to find out who that sponsor of the day is, and that's understandable because we only post it on Facebook. So in the off chance you have not checked Facebook yet, or maybe you just don't have access to it at the moment, there is another way that you can win, and that is by this time of the show that we offer the hint to sort of, push you in the direction of maybe who our sponsor of the day is. So our hint for today is, which one of our sponsors is a delicious beverage? Now that might throw people off, but think about it. Which one of our sponsors is the brand of a delicious beverage? So that is your hint for today. So if you haven't already done so, definitely give us a call today and tell us who that sponsor of the day is so you can win those awesome prizes.
Give us a call. Our phone number is 256-734-7399. Call now.
Absolutely. All right, well, in other news, we've got some very exciting things going on. We'll start off with the hardest hitting of them all. The tensions are flaring between North and South Korea.
Oh, this is always a tricky one.
Oh, absolutely.
Last week, South Korea broadcasted propaganda messages into North Korea for the first time in over a decade.
South Korea claimed that it was the retaliation of landmine blasts on August 4th that injured a few of their soldiers. North Korea denies planting these mines, but South Korea demands an apology and punishment for whoever is responsible for the attacks.
Officials state that the mine planting violates the armistice that stopped fighting in the Korean War. Because there was an armistice and never a formal peace treaty, North and South Korea are still technically at war.
And they've been at war for many, many years now. On Monday, North Korea retaliated against South Korea by blaring their own propaganda messages across the border, and from this point on, it was just a whole lot of
back and forth.
In my opinion, and this is very unregistered here, very childish, honestly. I mean, understandably, these are two countries that have been at war, and they will probably continue to be at war for many years now. But propaganda blaring, really? I mean, and it's blatant. It's not even trying to hide what they're doing.
Well, and that's just what they've been doing for years to each other.
Yeah. So I guess there's no point in trying to change it now. South Korea's President Park Geun-hye stated that her government will firmly respond to any provocation. So we're definitely, kind of on edge about what might happen with that.
Yeah.
But we are glad that, actions are being taken.
So we'll see how those actions continue to unfold.
Absolutely.
But in other news, Jeezy, the rapper Jeezy, if you're familiar with him, he donated to Atlanta school kids. Rapper Jeezy recently donated 1,000 new backpacks to elementary school children in Atlanta. The donations were a part of Backpack Blessings Back to School Drive. In an effort to do more humanitarian work, Jeezy is relaunching his Street Dreams Foundation. He also received the Phoenix Award from Atlanta for his charitable contributions.
Now, I'm not and I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I'm not a huge follower of the rap scene. And it's not that I don't like the music, it's not what I was just accustomed to listening to. I do know Jeezy. I don't know much about him, but I do know that he was another one of the rappers that sort of made his name out of poverty. He started off small and made his way up. So I think the reason he is so giving, and it's completely understandable, is because he understands what these kids are going through, and he really likes to give back. And this is not the first time in his history he's done something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they stated that he is relaunching his Street Dreams program, because I think he did the first one in like 2006, 2005, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, he did do that in the past. And he's a great, like we always do, we kind of profile some of these celebrities that will give back and things of that nature. So he's always one of those conscientious celebrities that do try to give back to the community.
He's also got a very good positive image in towards of like pushing for education in rural areas. It's absolutely fantastic of him, because a lot of people in certain cultures do not. They do not highlight education over, the get-rich-quick scheme, and I commend him very highly for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, and last but not least, a little more local news, the fire that destroyed a church in West Point. Now again, a fire destroyed East Battleground Missionary Baptist Church Monday morning in West Point. The cause of the fire is thought to be electrical, but nothing is confirmed yet until the fire marshal looks at the remains of the church. The church members were present there on Monday to help clean up the rubble. This church was again constructed in 1960. J.C. Cook, deacon of the church, says they owe it up to those who started the church to keep it going. So, they've got a lot of things going on. This was a church that they stated some faulty wiring might have caused the fire. We are very sad to hear that this church, established so long ago, was burned, especially since I think they had just recently done some small work to it.
Yeah, it's truly unfortunate, and things like that are just, they're hard for a community to endure, but I know that they'll pull together and reestablish this church. Connie Cook, another member of the church, says their only option is to build back up, but possibly at a nearby location. So we'll stay tuned as more of those, as more news of that develops, and see if hopefully they can rebuild.
Little good news for them, from what I've read, they will be receiving a mobile church that will be delivered recently by the Baptist Association, I think, of Alabama. Is going to be giving them one of those. So that'll help, at least give the congregation some place to worship in that sense.
Absolutely.
So we're definitely glad to hear that no one was hurt, but we are sad to hear of the loss of the building. All right, well, again, in a lighter note, I am absolutely excited because this is my favorite part of the show, and it is the part of the show where I get to talk about the weather.
You always say that.
I can't help it. I love weather. All righty, and again, the weather is brought to you today by Mitch Smith Chevrolet, so make the switch to Mitch. Alrighty, high today looking at about 91, but with cloud coverage probably a little lower. Lows today going to be at 70 with the record high set in 1990 at 101 degrees. not that long ago. Record low set in 1943 at 54 with sunset tonight at 8:05 and sunrise tomorrow at 5:37. Alrighty, as you can tell by not only looking outside your windows or your car door or anywhere you're at, this radar states exactly what we already know. It's going to rain. We're looking at thunder showers throughout most of the day. Again, the high with cloud coverage at 80 and the chance of rain is obviously 100%. Tonight, again, more rain with a low of 71. And tomorrow, looking at even continued showers with an 80% chance of rain and a high of 83. All right, we're looking at upper 70s to low 80s to mid 80s towards the end of the week, but again, upper 60s for the lows and rain throughout most of the week. So just go ahead and pack an umbrella and be prepared for a couple of days worth of being cold and wet and not fun.
Yeah, I wished for rain and we got it.
Yeah, and then
Sorry.
we keep getting it and keep getting it and keep getting it. So call in and blame her. That's all I can say is that she must be some sort of witch doctor because she's bringing rain here and it's not needed. Alrighty, well, if you'll join us again in just a moment, we will be right back.
Thank you for calling me a witch doctor.
Witch doctor.
There's probably someone out there that would believe.
Storm. They all happen in Cullman County, and for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with companies like Auto Owners, State Auto, and Southern Guarantee. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Nelda. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
And our community billboards are brought to you by Cookbook Fundraiser, Women of Faith Group, Garden City Church of God. Proceeds benefit the church's food bank. Those will be $12.50 each, and if you'd like to have one, contact either Rhonda Davis or Patsy Kennedy.
And don't forget to talk to Miss Catherine Morgan at State Farm for discounts up to 40% off of your home, house, and life insurance. Again, you can reach her at 256-734-4640. So definitely give her a call.
And if you have a community billboard, please contact us. You can contact us at mycolemantv.com, send us an email at mycolemantv@gmail.com, or give us a call at 256-734-7399. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at My Coleman Television. And again, we are sponsored by Pepsi. And our weekly winner for that birthday will be receiving an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen, so don't forget to get online and submit your birthdays to us. And do the same for the Anniversary of the Week. Our Anniversary of the Week winner will receive a $15 gift certificate from the Candle Garden, so make sure y'all get online and let us know about your birthdays and your anniversaries.
And again, if you didn't already know, our sponsor of the day today was Pepsi. Definitely go out and grab one of those. If you've never had one, it is indeed my favorite soda, so you want to check those out. And again, like us on Facebook. We want to hear from you. We want to know what's going on. Questions, comments, suggestions. We are open to everything. So get on Facebook, like us, and then also be sure to stay tuned every morning to find out who the sponsor of the day is. You don't want an opportunity to miss those.
Do you really think there's someone out there that has not tried a Pepsi?
There's someone out there that probably doesn't drink soda and has never drank soda, or whose parent has been like, you can't have sugary drinks.
I don't believe you.
I'm just telling you, look, there's certain people that like Coke, and there's certain people that like Pepsi, and my allegiance has always been with the Pepsi side. You can go ahead and shoot me, I know, but Just me. That's who I am. Accept me.
Well, we have Miss Deb from Deb's Bookstore joining us tomorrow. We're pretty excited to hear from her.
Maybe she can tell us how the book signing went the other day.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, of Goats and Governors?
Yes.
Yes.
By Mr. Flowers, I think was his last name.
I think you might be right.
Alrighty, well, definitely stay tuned. We want to see how that went up and follow up with her. I haven't spoken to her in a little bit. So, again, I'm Jacob Burfrey.
I'm Natalie Bonner.
And again, everyone here at My Cullman Television hopes you have a great and rainy day. See you tomorrow.